growing up, I was raised, and I jokingly, I hope this doesn't offend anybody because I don't mean it offensive, but grew up in Tennessee, and so I'm a little Appalachian Mountain girl, and we was raised Board Up the Backbone Baptist. And children were to absolutely be seen and not heard. And most wives, that was the rule for the wives as well, unless you're cooking. And so I really hated that. But God was always like the big wooden spoon in the sky. And so I didn't realize until I was older and went into my first accidental counseling. That's another story, with a lady named Maggie. She says, that we have a tendency to expect from our Heavenly Father the experiences that we have with our earthly dads. And my grandparents adopted me, and then I grew up around my biological father too. And they were violent. They were absolutely violent. And then would love bomb, and then more violence, and then love bomb. And so I became more like an intentional wallflower, but I was mad about that because I was like, well, if God created me perfect, um, but I felt like he just wanted to punish me, why in the world would he give me such a big personality where I can't hide? Like I can't do it. It's not possible. I'll burst into flames. And so I'll wallflower it for a minute until I can't no more, and then I'm just out, ta-da! And then here comes the Almighty Smiter. That was my expectation of God. Man, I wish I'd have wrote down the day that I came into the understanding that God really loves me, and He really didn't create me because He was bored and wanted somebody to target His almighty anger at. But I learned that in church, and I'm 52 years old, and I asked a very bold question that came out of my mouth, and I was like, wow, I don't even talk like that. But now it turns out I talk like this very intentionally. I asked God in my prayer time 2 Januaries ago, God, revealed to me bad theology with good intention. And it has been